Just had one customer in Old Leek who I just went out to, and basically that customer had a bit of an issue with some drivers on a Windows 7 machine. Now, I do support Windows XP Plus. I know technically I always give people the advice of what to do with those machines, saying you should really upgrade, but some people don't want to upgrade, and I fully accept that. So I try and support it as much as I can. Of course, there's only so many things that I can do. The no fix, no fee, of course, doesn't work on those ones because it's not an updated system. If it's an updated system, and then of course it would be covered. I got a call out to another customer who called me while I was out. They found me in the Boston greenhouse. So basically, I'm going to go out to that customer now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything should go well, and we should turn up to their house relatively soon. After getting back home this evening, I have been snowed under with phone calls. Like, seriously, the business all of a sudden just went, I'm going to give you a call every couple of seconds. Even when you're on a call, I'm going to give you a call. So if you are brand new to my business, welcome to my business. Thank you very much for supporting me and supporting who I am. And also, if you're new to my channel, thank you very much for subscribing as well. This is a normal daily vlog. I don't normally go out to exhibitions too often, but I'd like to. I'd love to. Exhibitions want to contact me, expose their business or expose their thing out because of the one they saw. There was a couple of edits that I really regret that are in there that I should have changed, but never mind. One of them is, of course, the Millennium Bridge. That wasn't the Millennium Bridge. That was just my brain after going Google Gaga after just arriving in London. But it's currently a bit dark out, but we're going to take the dogs out and get them out for a walk. This is what happens when you walk at night. It's dark. It's not very great for vlogging at all. You can't even see me. Ah, now you can, but I'm being blinded. Ah. As promised in yesterday's vlog, I talked about my toolbox, and I said I was going to show you it today. So here we go. This is what's in my toolbox at this current time in November 2024. In this side I have some thermal compound, which is used for CPUs. Whenever I go out to a customer, I like to re-thermal paste the compound, just because sometimes I've noticed that they're usually empty or out, as well as a voltage meter in this side. Then on the other side I have my credit card machine, which is there. I also have a few spare parts. This is basically some anti-static bags that I have, and the business cards that I hand out to customers, which go just there, as well as a pen. It's so awkward going to a customer asking for a pen after I've just done a customer support, so I always take a pen with me wherever I go. Inside the big compartment I have all of the screwdrivers that I use on a day-to-day basis, which are all just sat here because the amount of times in the bag that I used to use, these used to be at the very bottom, whereas now they're right at the top, right where I can get to them if I need to within 2 seconds flat. Going down in the bag I have 2 kettle leads, just in case someone is requiring a kettle lead and just requires something to be able to connect to. I also have in here, which is my data transfer kit for SATA and the old typo connections as well for hard drives, so when I come to transfer old data I have a way of being able to connect them as well. USB hard drive that I use to connect to see exactly what's happening as well. And then further down below this I have my main toolbox down here and a spare power bank in case something needs power on. I just haven't charged it, so I always keep one inside here just in case. But this is the main toolbox that I usually get to. Anything on this side is usually more that I use. Anything over here gets used less frequently. So inside the green tub here, this is where my RAM is. You've probably seen me 3D print this. And this here is my CPU box as well. Then I have a painter's tray, which this is where I put all of the little screws in. These come in handy so you don't just lose everything everywhere. I then have a Stanley stud finder that I use to check see if there's any studs on the wall. Basically what it's doing is checking for a stud, and if there's any wires or any electricity, it will tell me about that, so that way I can know exactly where to put nails into the wall if I should need to. Which is what this box here has got. These ones have a knack of failing 90% of the time. So what I've done is I've used a smaller toolbox, which is where all the small components live into. So all of these used to fall out all the time, and since putting them into this tray here, they haven't done. So that's what's there. I then have a spare pack of batteries, just in case something goes wrong. And I have a couple of extra leads and a couple of extra bits. That should really go in the memory box. We'll stick that in there as well. And I also have some cloths as well for cleaning as well. So this is basically my small parts box. So anything small parts such as small screws, small washers, I've got them actually inside this one here, which makes it so much easier to find. Going out the back, I have my invoice book. If someone wants to see a paper invoice, I can produce one. Otherwise, they get it digitally through the invoicing software anyway. I also have a notepad just in case I need to take any notes down, which is another reason why it's good to always have a pen with you. Then inside this bag here, which sits at the very back, this is where majority of my tools are. So this is where, when I've had my Fix-It kit, they came with something very similar to this. So I've got some of my Fix-It tools in here. Heat up gels, some extra tape, some safety tape as well. So everything could be in here, so that way it's easier to find, including like Allen keys as well. I usually have a lot of these just stayed away in this one, and I only need this if, for example, I'm opening up a laptop or doing something that requires these tools. Then finally, but last but definitely not least, is my networking tools and also my cleaning tools. I actually keep a spare paintbrush and a spare toothbrush for the smaller components. These ones have never been used in my mouth. These are just to clean dust that's inside a PC component, and a spare screwdriver set in case I need to, as well as crimping tools as well. So this is how I can test networking equipment when I'm out, and I have this always with me just in case someone says my networking cable or something has gone fouled, and that lives just at the side. And that there is my whole toolkit in one big swoop. It's just something that I take out, that way I've always got something with me. Whatever it happens to be, I will always have the tools needed for the job. The box in itself does weigh quite a bit, and it's quite long in its entirety, so of course when I'm using this I always walk into a customer's house holding it this way, so that way I'm not damaging paintwork for a customer's property when I'm walking in. And that always lives on this box here, ready to go, so when I'm out the door I can just grab the equipment. So if you guys are wanting to see any of the equipment that I use, for example vlogging and stuff in a bit more detail or anything else, leave a comment down below. And also I'd love to see what type of things you use for your business. Let me know what you use and how you carry them about and transport them. Do you have a big box, or do you just take it out in a bag, or is it just literally you turn up with a USB hard drive? And of course the IT hardware is not just the only thing that I use for my business. Majority of the time it's sitting on my PC and doing different things. Now, I use a software package that I found. It took me ages to find one that I actually liked. Now, some people use Freshdesk or something else like that. I use Zoho One. Now, I have got an affiliate link with Zoho One, so if you'd like it, I'll leave a link down in the description for you to sign up. Zoho One comes with so many different tools and utilities, which of course becomes really helpful for me, so that way I can come into it. So whether it's, for example, CRM is brilliant. It also comes with email as well, an Exchange server that I can use if I wanted to. I don't really use that one. I use Office 365 just because it's something I sell. I want to make sure that I'm familiar with the technology that I'm selling, and that way when it comes to repairing something I can find out later. This also has their own telephony system, which is more based for other countries rather than here, so we can do that. This also comes with online meetings as well as live chat, so we can do a live chat system, which is how I'm now integrating Facebook, WhatsApp and everything all together to run the business, so that way people just don't have to worry about where they're contacting me from. They will still get through to me in some way, shape or form. So of course that is the software that I use, as well as other different tools as well. And also Zoho comes with Zoho Assist, which allows me to remote control a PC, as well as Zoho Lens, which allows me to use your phone camera as like my point of view. So if I was working remotely, then I could physically work remotely from the office and just go, here's this, and I can see exactly what you're seeing. So that way I can be guided through the process. Now, of course, emails come in all the time and everything else. And I also use a service which is Slack, which is how I manage all of my things. So whether that's a phone call coming in with my phone system, or a help desk ticket that's being logged, or an appointment being booked, or even money coming into my bank account, it's all logged through Slack. So that way I can keep up to date with everything, and I just lock down the channels as and when which one is needed, which of course makes life a lot more easier. So of course that's how I run my business in the grand kind of scheme for the software and the hardware. What do you use for your business? Let me know down in the comments down below. I've just spent this afternoon editing off the latest vlog, the one that you're watching right this second. That way I'm ready for tomorrow, where I've got to go out to a customer who has unfortunately had a bit of an issue with a scam. I'm going out to that customer tomorrow to try and help them out and make sure their PC is not infected in any way, because they got this claim that please contact Microsoft support. Microsoft will never tell you to contact their support. It's just going to be a thing. So if ever you hear that happen, get in contact with an IT professional, get them to do a virus scan, get them to just do every single check they possibly can do to make sure that nothing has gone wrong on that machine. So that will be tomorrow, and something else will probably happen tomorrow. I don't think I've got anything else planned when it comes to work, so hopefully we'll be able to go and explore some place with Bruno and Betsy tomorrow. If you guys have enjoyed it, you know what to do. Click that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye-bye. Thanks for watching the latest vlog. Why not click subscribe right in the centre of your screen, or click on the left video to watch yesterday's daily vlog, or why not check out the playlist where you can watch every single vlog from day one.